one. Nothing like that one. I was on the ends with this one. I was OT with that one. Man, know if a boy flip one.
What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be reviewing the 8 Series. This is a 840D XDrive. Does about 320 brake horsepower, 700 Newton meters of torque, and we're going to give it a noise test and see if it lives up to what BMW says on paper. Now that you've seen the outside of the car, we're going to take the roof off so you can have a good look at that as well. So the boot's not very big for this the 8 Series, and there is a lip here. Obviously this is only on the convertible, so if you do want to use the roof, you obviously have to make sure this lip's down. But if you want a bigger boot, then you have to push it back up, and obviously it gives you more room, but you can't have both. It's either one or the other. Right, so trying to get in the back seat is more than a struggle. Obviously first, I'm not a fan of this because it feels a bit cheap. And the chair goes forward, which is nice. It's like the C coupe. And then trying to get in the back, it's not very comfortable. And then obviously there is honestly no leg room whatsoever. I've just noticed that if you are sitting in the back, it does push the chair forward for you. Right, now that you've heard how it sounds, how it looks, we're gonna do a launch for you. Right, so this is BMW's new iDrive system. So the 3 Series has this, and I think some of the X models have it. Obviously next year sometime the 4 Series will get it, and so on. Right, so I do prefer the old system, the old iDrive system. I'm not too sure why. I honestly prefer it. This is the new home screen layout. If you want to change something, you obviously click on a tab and you pick what you want. That's about it really. Obviously you can add a new page. You add as many as you want, I guess. But yeah, it's alright. Let's have a look what we got here. So we got nav, we got map. It is a big screen map. You can mess around with it. The response time, I guess, is not as good as a phone yet, but it's pretty good. And this gets grubby with the fingerprints. What else we got? We got the sound system, which is up here. The BBC Asian network. So I've tested those speakers. Obviously that wasn't a great tune to test the bass, but yeah, they're alright. Hammond and Carden sound system. I will take a look around the car after. Also, I think the best part of the whole thing is the sports display. Obviously when we do launch control and stuff like that, it's brilliant. Also we got the interior lighting. So with the interior lighting, settings, interior lighting. Right, so it starts with green. As you can see here, it's green. We do have blue, which also looks nice. Obviously Mercedes have a lot more colours. I think they got 64, and obviously they got this white contour where it's white on the top, and then it's the colour you pick on the bottom. It's alright. I guess some of the old Mercs, the 17 plates before the new facelift, they only had 3 colours. So I guess BMW's beat that, but it's not great, no. With the apps, I don't know if this car has Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, but you can download apps and obviously download BMW's Connect Drive. You turn the engine on, things like that. And obviously telephone system. Now, I think this cabin is quite noisy, especially when you're on the motorway and you're trying to talk to people. When I do phone my dad, this is his car, it's not the best quality, but it's nothing to be saying, oh, this is really bad. It's pretty good. There's heads-up display, which I will show later. It's got wireless charging, and I will show you the glove boxes and some of the heating functions. Right, so this is the main console for the 8 Series. It's the same with the 3. Well, it's basically everything with the facelift. This is how you control the main dash. This obviously only comes with the convertible. I don't know what this button is on the coupe, but that takes the roof down. These 2 buttons here are so you can have hot air blowing in your neck when the roof's off if it gets cold. This is the parking brake, which, you know, I prefer a handbrake. It's a bit more sporty. You got adaptive, eco, comfort and sport, and then on the sports plus, but you can configure all of these individually. The start stop is here instead of under the left side of the steering wheel where it used to be. I think it is, yeah. And obviously these are the parking functions, traction off, and the cameras. So if we press, no, we'll do that after actually. Obviously similar layout to the old BMW, pretty simple, swivel left, right, back, forward, and then there's back and options. And this gearbox, now Big Siggy over here, he does like this, and I completely agree. I mean, it is gorgeous, and nice function about it is at night when you put your alarm system on, it glows for a bit, which is sick. Now if we just move a little bit up, oh, I forgot to mention, wireless charger is here. I'm obviously using my phone to record this, so I can't use that right now, but as soon as you walk into the car, you put your phone down and it does charge. You don't have to turn the engine on or anything like that. Now obviously up here, similar to all the BMWs on the range, this is touch sensor, and obviously this feels beautiful right here. Volume button, you know, just normal buttons here for traffic. Nice function on this car is there is a nice little screen right here. It's not touch or anything, but it does display instead of it being displayed here like usual. Another nice function on this car is seat ventilation. Now it's quite weird, it's a weird sensation, I'd have to say, but if you put the blue one on, obviously it goes cold, and if you put the hot one on at the same time, I don't know how that works. I think it's on the top of the seat it's hot, and on the bottom it is cool, but I can feel it right now and it feels amazing. That's a nice feature. Here is all the parking assists. So if we have a look at the parking assists, so collision warning, side collision warning, lane departure, your steering wheel vibrates, it's well weird. Lane change, you know, all the boring stuff that keeps you safe, and it's not really a real car. What else have we got? Right, so here's the actual cockpit. We've got a limiter, like most of the BMWs. That is a lane assistant, and that is how you turn it on with that. This is for obviously the limiter. I think this car's got cruise control. Heated steering wheel, which is a nice function. It does make the steering wheel nice and hot. Volume, and obviously telephone and stuff. Now the dash, I haven't really messed around with it, to be honest, but I've just noticed the heads-up display. When I've moved the toggle, you can actually see everything on the heads-up display, which is obviously a nice feature. Also, when you're scrolling through the different driver functions, the dash changes color. So this is eco mode. Then we go to comfort. Comfort's red, and then obviously in sports, I believe it is red as well. Yeah, but it's a bit more aggressive, as you can see there. We've got full electric seats here, and the Hammond and Cardan system. Obviously all your lights down there, and then obviously these vents. They feel quite nice, to be honest. I wouldn't say they're cheap, but these ones here, these feel amazing. Very nice. Another nice function of this car is when you do turn the heat seats on, this actually warms up, and obviously this side does as well, which is it's weird, but it's nice. I do have to say, you feel like the car's overheating, but no, it's part of the heating function. Right, so that is my honest review of the 8 Series. It's a good car. The fuel, it's all right. Launch control, flipping out. If you want to mess with this car, it's brilliant. It's very expensive. I think this car was 85,000, just stock M Sport XDrive, and then with all the functions and features it's got, it's very expensive. I think it's like 90k. I mean, you can have an S-Class, and I think I'd rather have an S-Class. Big thanks to my old man for letting me use this car. So up next, which God knows when, will be the review of the M4 San Marino blue 19 plate, so we'll have fun doing the launch for that. Thank you.
Man can't tell me about this one. Nothing like that one. I was on the ends with this one. I was OT with that one. Man know if a boy flip one.